Listen, if you're in Aurum or have been considering Aurum, then you might want to consider this video. And listen, I'm well aware that there can and will be a platform that's probably a quant technology that can help people hit their financial goals sooner. However, you got to protect yourself. At the end of the day, I don't care who pitched it to you. I don't care who the founders are. I don't care about none of that. You got to make sure that you position you to understand how to grow your wealth outside of any company or entity that you choose to join. That way, you become the asset by developing a skill set. So I'm going to go over the things that I found about Aurum, but I'm also go over some potential solutions for you to strongly consider, because at the end of the day, if I'm telling you what could be wrong with a company, I would be wrong if I didn't at least share something that could be a potential solution to you based on me finding a solution for me, based on me being bamboozled in a previous company. That's that. Also, you got to understand that the transfer of wealth is happening every day. Trillions of dollars flow through the market. So it makes sense for you to want to be a part of something that's tapping into getting money out of the market. But the transfer of wealth also happens when bad, illegitimate companies take advantage of those who invest into their company, and now you've lost some of your wealth because you believed in this company. So sometimes it's these companies that position themselves as a solution that's really transferring wealth to you, because they know that a lot of people want access to something that seems so passive, so get rich quickie, that now they are willing to bet it in on it or give it a chance, and sometimes they put in a significant amount of money just for the rug to be pulled later. So the transfer of wealth is happening. You just have to get in position to know how to get a part of that transfer of wealth for yourself without having to solely depend on someone else. So let's go into the details of Aurum. Then I'm going to go into some of the solutions, and you can determine if this transfer of wealth that I want to position you to have is right for you. If not, no big deal. But let's dive into it, because this came across my desk and I had to cover it. All right, so this came from the Behind MLM site, and don't get me wrong, I'm not, in agreement of any and everything that they post. I know some companies that they post are legitimate companies that, are really building and providing real value. However, this article did share some things that are similar to BG Wealth Sharing. For those of you who were a part of BG Wealth Sharing, you know how that ended, and this has some similarities as BG Wealth Sharing. So it's going to be important for you to pay attention to that, because BG Wealth Sharing turned into a rug pull. A lot of poor people got bamboozled. People had money on the platform, lost money on the platform, self-included. So I just want you to be aware, and then give you a potential solution and let you know that there are options in terms of you understanding how to get money from the market and not just falling for the next shiny object. That said, let's go. So, Aurum Foundation security fraud warning from Australia, and it's others as well, but this one says Aurum Foundation has received a security fraud warning from the Australian Securities and Investments Commission. Same thing happened with BG, and it basically says, Aurum Foundation may be offering or advertising or may have offered to advertise financial services to Australian consumers. It does not hold an Australian financial services license or Australian credit license from ASIC, and is not authorized by a licensee. In this warning, it cites that Aurum Foundation's aurumfoundation.com website domain, and it launched in mid-2024. Around February 2025, Brian Benson was hired to front the scam as CEO. Benson, Peruvian national, also based out of Dubai, is believed to work with Russian scammers who actually run Aurum Foundation. Now, I don't know the validity of that, so if you want to go down that rabbit hole, feel free, but I'm just letting you know what they're highlighting so you can be aware and protect you. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Individual listening to the sound of my voice, understanding that, okay, I've considered this or I joined this, but I do want to make sure that I know how to fish for myself and not just fully rely on someone else. If you have that mindset, then this is something that is directly beneficial to you, versus saying, nah, I just want to leave it in the hands of someone else, and then you get excited about something that doesn't end well. Then it went on to say, as of May of 2026, SimilarWeb was tracking 472,000 monthly Aurum Foundation website visits. So they're getting a lot of action, a lot of activity. Over the same period, top sources of Aurum Foundation website traffic were the US, 20%, Greece, 14%, the Netherlands, 11%, Switzerland, 10%, and Belgium, 9%. Promotion of the Aurum Foundation in the US is headed up by Chief Network Development Officer Shane Moran. And then it goes on to say that Moran is the disgraced co-founder of Organo Gold. And Organo Gold, they end up going away. And it said Moran left Organo Gold after a botched attempt to pitch crypto scams to distributors in 2018. Moran resurfaced in late 2021 as a crypto bro pitching True Even, Tycoon 69 Ponzi Trojan Horse. After that went nowhere, Moran resurfaced in 2022 to promote the Decentra MLM crypto Ponzi scheme. In addition to Australia, Aurum Foundation fraud warnings have been issued by Russia, Nigeria, New Zealand, and Greece. And then France blacklisted the foundation. Polish Financial Service Authority forwarded suspected Aurum Foundation banking fraud criminal activity to the public prosecutor. So these are some of the things that, you just got to be aware of. And if you're locked into Aurum and you're emotionally attached to it, I get it. I've been there before. However, alongside of this, if you plan to stick with Aurum, you have to develop a skill set to teach yourself how to fish so you become the asset. And I'm going to show you how to get access and what it entails on how you can get money out of the market strategically using a 4-metric system. I'm going to show you the 4 metrics, then I'm going to show you how it works in real time. And if you want access, there's a link down below. That's it. Let's go. So this is what I mean by looking for A+ setups. I said it because I wanted you to see how it looks on the screen. It's in, a couple of different places. But an A+ buy setup, you want everything to be green. A high probability of the market going up, also known as going long. Green buy signal. So you'll see the green buy signal, which is the indicator that prints a green buy signal. So you want to see that. You want to see a green bullish bias. Remember I showed you the bias in the upper right hand corner. It's either going to say bullish, bearish, or neutral. If it's neutral, you don't do anything. You just wait. Patience is key in trading. Patience brings wealth in trading. So you look for a green bullish bias, which lets you know that the market has been going up. That's the bias. That's the nature of the market at the time. You look for a green trend bar. That's the wavelengths that I showed at the bottom of the screen. You want that to also be green. And then you're looking for a green power line. Power line that is green and horizontal basically says money is in the market right now at this time. Come get some. It's so many words. Once all those 4 things have been checked, consider that an A+ buy setup. So it's a high probability. Real simple. Real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For A+ sell setup, what you're looking for is, pretty much the opposite. Minus one thing, being identical. You're looking for a red sell signal. You're looking for a red bearish bias. You're looking for a red trend bar. And you're also looking for the green power line as well. That lets you know money is in the market. You want liquidity. You want to be able to get money out of the market at the right time, strategically, and rinse and repeat. This is an example of what an A+ setup is based on these 4 things being in position once you have everything set up, once you get access to the group. Now, I'm going to go over real quick what's in the group so that way you understand what you're getting, and then let me know if you got any questions, anything you want me to clarify on, so that way I can incorporate it in other videos, and I know it can help others as well. So here's what it looks like in real time. Basically, you're looking for 4 metrics based on what I showed you. You're looking for a daily bias to be bearish or bullish. If it's bearish, you're looking for a sell trade. If it's bullish, you're looking for a buy trade. Then you'll see a signal that lets you know, hey, now's a good time to buy and or sell. And then you're looking for the bars to reflect whatever the daily bias is. If it's bearish, you're looking for red bars. And then you would love to see in alignment with when the sell trade was issued or around about it, a green line right here showing that there's money coming in, there's momentum in there, is it's allowed or positioning itself to push in the direction of your favor. Right now it's showing to be gray currently, so that's not a favorable condition. Can you still make money during that time frame? Yes, but sticking to A+ setups position you for high probabilities to get money out of the market yourself without depending on someone else. So let's say play is going to play a little bit faster than normal. This is trading gold actually and using a 2-minute chart. You don't have to know all of this right away, but it's important for you to know that you can get money out of the market. If you can count to 4, if you know your colors, you can get money out of the market. So I want you to pay attention to some of the things that are changing. Still bearish, but we got some green money coming in. All right, it's starting to trend in the greenish direction. Still showing to be bearish conditions overall, but those are the type of things that you'll pay attention to. Now, a couple of things just happened. The daily buy switch from bearish to neutral. That's a clear sign that it may be finna go to the bullish direction, meaning that you're looking for a buy sell. That said, a buy order was just issued out, basically saying, hey, this is the confluence buy or confirmation buy. This is a good opportunity to buy. And now that you know that, you're looking for that to switch to a daily bullish in order for this to be counted as an A+ trade. Because we have everything else. We got green trending bars, we got green momentum, and it gave us a buy signal. We just want this to switch to bullish because this right here is showing favoritism of it going in the bullish direction. Some people will still take their trade because they know it's just a matter of time before that converts to bullish. But, you know, sticking to the plan, A+ setup, you want to wait for all four of those things to align. Now, what also happens when it issues out a buy signal is that it gives you a good entry line. That's the yellow line. It gives you a stop loss area, and the stop loss is somewhere on there. I think it's just kind of hidden. And, oh, there's that red line right there. It's kind of hidden by the support structure. Then you have to take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. That basically says this is a good place to take your first profit, and then second profit, and then third profit. It's a higher chance of it hitting that, obviously, because it's closer. This has an 80% success rate in terms of when you see a buy signal. It's 80% likely to hit the take profit 1. That's very important to note. But let's see when this daily buy switches to bullish. And you can feel free to replay this as much as you need to so that it makes sense. I'm trying to keep it very simple based on, you know, how I learned it, because I'm still a newbie and a beginner as well. So I feel like I talk at a level that anybody can understand what I'm saying, because all you're looking for is those 4 things to match. You don't have to know much. You just have to know, okay, these are the 4 metrics. These are the colors, buy or sell, based on what you're seeing. So we already received the buy, and right now it's fluctuating. So it's good that we didn't hit a buy signal, because right now it's going down in that direction. And what you got to note is it's not going to go in your direction right off the rip and non-stop going that direction. A lot of times you're going to see some downward pressure. You're going to see some up and down. You're going to see some daily buys switches from neutral to bullish. But you keep your eye on those 4 metrics, and then you decide when it's a good time to hit buy. Now, again, it's going faster than it typically would, but each bar represents 2 minutes. So that's how you know when we get a new bar, it hasn't been 2 minutes yet. It's only been, you know, a few seconds. So that's how you know that it's moving faster than typical. But for those who are patient when it comes to trading and you're not emotionally attached, you take confidence in knowing that the A+ setups are likely to work, and you hit your buy when it's time, you hit your sell when it's time. Now you position yourself for good profits and doing it in a way that has high probability. So right now it's kind of going sideways, you know, a little bit to the right, but we still had a buy signal. So the buy signal is not off the table because it hasn't hit the stop loss to wipe it out, and it hasn't hit all 3 of the take profits just yet. So it's still in play. Nothing has wiped that away just yet because those things are still in play. You just have to sometimes be patient and see how it plays out. So right now we're switching from daily buys to bearish again to neutral, and then boom, just like that, we had a big candle that if a person was in the buy, they would have hit the take profit 1 within that 2-minute time frame. It hit all 3. Now in this scenario, if you got your take profit set, it could have kicked you out and you could have made your profits. Or if you were looking during that 2-minute time frame, you could have taken your profits in live in real time. But it's truth that that buy signal was a successful buy signal because it did go in the buy direction, and then that 1-2 minute candle, money flowed in so fast, and then it switched to bullish, that now this is an A+ setup. But I wouldn't just go in right now because it's all the way up here. You would still want to see if it's going to come back down and buy back into it. But I'm just letting you know that this proved the success of this signal, telling you when to buy, and how it did end up hitting the TP1. Does it happen all the time? Absolutely not. 80% success rate when it comes to having an A+ sell signal or buy signal. So it's an 80% success rate. However, you see that it went back to do it again. So this would have been a profitable trade for those who entered in it just by understanding how to pay attention to the 4 metrics, look at the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and decide when you want to hit buy, sell, or close out your trade, because it's going in the upward direction, and now this is A+ territory. So if I would have just waited here and hit buy, then I would have been in profit, because it's still going up. So this is just, simplified version of how it works, how to discover an A+ setup, so you'll know when to hit buy and sell. And it happens in different ways across multiple different tickers. This is gold, 1 ounce gold. It happens whether you're trading crypto, whether you're trading other futures, whether you're trading NASDAQ, SPY. These systems are set up, once you get it all set up, to read the charts and let you know when to buy and sell. This is an option or a solution that can position you to learn how to have a skill set for yourself that makes you an asset. If you want access to this, should be a link down below. If not, no big deal. Just want to make you aware. And now you can't unsee it. Mr. Smith signing out.